we got 2023 KTM 300 XC TBI. I'm out of breath because we just got done riding. And the 300 TPI 2020. This is Kyle's brand new bike. That's my bike. I just got off mine. I'm going to hop on this, tell you just first glance how it feels compared to the TPI bike. Kyle's going to get me a thumbnail right here. Okay, sweet. So, virgin ride on the TBI, back to back with the TPI. So, here we go. Do you want to go first or me? I'll let you go first because I'm real slow to talk about this. So, right off the bat, something different is the map switch. This bike has one, the TPI bikes don't. There is a plug you can unplug under the seat though, that I think does something pretty similar. Woo! Alright. Let me make sure you're clean. Right off the back. Back, I don't know what it is, bat or back, but this bike feels crisp and sharp. Woo! Oh, also a bit stiffer chassis wise. It doesn't, I mean, let me ride it for a minute because I just hopped off my bike, so it's gonna feel different. Oh, it kind of feels thinner. I like the plate where my knees land on this bike is a little more comfortable than my TPI bike. It's like right up gripping the seat kind of. My TPI bike, it's on the plastics and it kind of hurts your knees to grip it. Oh. Yeah, she legs. Pulls you right up. Oh. Like I said, this is my first time. I have not ever been on this bike except for ripping it down the street. Now we're out here on the single track, Utah desert. It is 30 degrees today, by the way, so we're layered up, trying to stay warm. And I'm always a little nervous when I'm riding someone else's $13,000 dirt bike. That's the difference. This costs more. That's, I guess, natural. Woo! So it feels light, feels nimble, like kind of the left to right, it feels a little bit more loose. Like you can check it left to right a little easier than the TPI. Like when you go dip, feels like it's looser. Engine wise though, it's sharp and crisp. I don't know if that's how I describe it. The TPIs kind of feel just not as crisp. This feels a little more like a carbureted two-stroke of old, but smoother. Suspension's nice. It's super stiff right on these little whoops. Woo! I mean, hopping from TPI onto this, it's not like you're in a new home. It's not so different that it feels foreign. It doesn't feel like when I hop off of a KTM 300 to a YZ250, it's like, holy cow, just doesn't feel, something feels weird for a minute. This, you can kind of hop on it and go. Some slight differences. We'll wait till we get to a little faster section so I can rip her, see how it feels. The turn, oh, that's nice. The back brakes are great. They bite a little harder than my TPI, which I like. Yeah, whew. I feel like they stop you a lot more. One of my biggest complaints with my TPI is the rear brake. Love the front brake, but the rear brake on it just has never really stopped me too well. Oh. Yeah, it feels good though. It's super light. It's tracking good though on the trail. I don't feel like I'm bouncing around much. Woo! Front fender's wider. It's a little, looks different when I look down. Oh, there's a feature coming up here in a sec. It's a little uphill section with a rock in it. When I get off, we'll see what Kyle thinks. He's on my bike, he hopped off of this, so. Oh, yeah, suspension could use some adjusting. That was harsh. I think this is the feature, so I'll let him go first. The suspension was really harsh on that. The whoop had, I think, a rock face. He made it just fine. This was a lot harsher. About made me drop her. Woo! Yeah! Whoa! See, it actually wanted to wheelie up once I got over that hill. Did it look cool? Yeah. Too bad you didn't film it. That was fun going up that feature. It just absorbed it and went right over. What do you think?
Well, this one's definitely more.
This, like, it's hard to describe it. It's crisper and sharper and, like, feels a bit more responsive. Like, yeah. Kind of more like a regular two-stroke, carbureted.
This one's more like roll-on, smooth.
Yeah, that's like way smoother, hits more. Honestly, though, because they redesigned the whole bike, the chassis doesn't feel that much different. No. It kind of feels stiffer. Yeah. That feels a little bit more, which I saw some people on Facebook saying it was a little stiffer.
It feels more, with the tires, it feels more washy to me.
Yeah, well, the only non-stock part on my bike is I have a different rear tire, which is much better than the stock tire, so that'll help with traction and stuff like that. So
feel the bounce though with the higher percent.
Yeah, one of those rocky faced whoops, I hit it and it went, but that is pretty low. Yeah. That's probably like 15 psi lower than this. So
I love it.
It's cool. You want to ride to the start of the whoops and then we'll trade back? Yep. Okay. Alright, keep going. The foot pegs are bigger on this bike and you can feel that. I like that a lot. Don't feel like I'm gonna drop a foot off the peg. Woo! Some frost here. Whew, yeah, it kind of stands up easier. Like I'm just barely thumping it and popping, and she's going up. It feels like it has a little more power, but I think it's because it's a little less smooth and a little more sharp and snappy. Woo. Oh yeah. These hills are steeper than they look on the GoPro, by the way. I just kind of look like a chump going slow. I am taking it easy, but woo! Yeah, the suspension needs some messing with, because it's wishy-washy. It's just bouncing off of stuff. Yeah, I think so. I notice it when I'm on turns, when I hit bumps. So right before I started filming, Kyle went up a hill, hit a turn. This is not the right way. And he dumped her. Because it's virgin tip over. But it just deflects. You just bounce right over stuff. And we're lost. Yeah. We've been up in the mountains. This is our first time back out in the desert because it's been high altitude season, but you can't see them from here. Our ski resorts are all open earlier than ever before. Well, not ever before, but earlier than the last 5 years, maybe even 10. We did something wrong because we normally drop down, but I think this will link us up to it. Huh? Huh? I'll follow you. So we'll be riding out here for the foreseeable future, but back to the bike. Honestly, okay, differences, map switch, that doesn't really change anything with the way it feels right off the back, but suspension's different for sure. We need to tune it, mess with it. Engine's snappier, quicker, a little more poppy. Oh yeah, that's it. Less smooth, more carbureted. If you like carbureted bikes and you didn't like the TPI, find a buddy that has one of, oh gosh, I almost went down. Find a buddy that has one of these and see if you can take it out for a spin. You might like it because to me it feels more carb, much more carby. Is that the word? Man, this suspension though, it is almost taking me down on every turn. Might let a little air out of the tires too down here, but hey. Alright guys, that's my first impression of the TPI versus the TBI. Is that a bruise?
Huh?
Is that a bruise or dirt? Oh my gosh, I thought that was a bruise. So there she is, side by side, the TPI 2023, 2020. Yeah, well, we're gonna do a lot more riding. That's just kind of a first glance, see how it feels. But yeah, like I said a million times right off the back, feels more carby, less smooth, a little more alive and a little less dull. I love this bike so much, the TPI. But my one thing is it does feel a little dull sometimes. Like it can rip, don't get me wrong, but it's just almost so smooth. I did mess with my power valve and that helped a lot.
Yeah, at first you were really complaining about that.
Yeah, it just like felt so slow. I came off of I had a 250 two-stroke KX, and then I had a 450, and then I bought this, and it was so smooth and docile. But then once I got up in the tight single track, I was like, oh my gosh, I freaking love this bike. Out in the open desert though, I was just too smooth. But that's kind of a step above. Doesn't feel so smooth. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe because we're going to have more videos on the 300, more in depth. We're going to ride it more and then give you more thoughts. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Come along for the ride. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.